Morning comes, you're in front of the mirror, tugging the hem of your shirt, and you pause. Your shoulders look a bit lower, your neck a touch shorter, and that button-down you used to love suddenly feels stiff and not you. In our 50s and 60s, bodies change, totally normal. What stings is how the mirror can make us feel about it. Today, let's change that story. I'm a designer who works with women 50 plus. In my little studio, we're not chasing 30 again. We're simply adjusting proportions so your current beauty shows up clearly. The right blouse can open space at the collarbone, set your shoulder line back in place, and soften the waist. No sucking in, no hiding. One afternoon, a client sat down and said, "So honestly, I wrote it in my notebook. I'm 58. Lately, I avoid a full-length mirror. In my old shirt, I feel like I disappear. I want to try again, but be gentle with myself." That was her story. A real woman with a real feeling. I didn't reach for a tape measure. We started small, opened her neckline about an inch so her neck could breathe, pushed her sleeves up about an inch to hit the slimmest part of her forearm, and swapped shiny fabric for a matte finish so the eye would relax. That was it, she smiled. From here on, we'll keep it simple. Choose drapey fabrics that lengthen, place horizontal lines so they don't cut the body, and keep one focal point at a time. Buttons, sleeves, or neckline, so the whole look stays calm and polished. If this resonates, come hang out with me on Bold after 50. Hit subscribe so each week we can try one tiny tweak together, starting right now with today's roadmap, the 3-2-1 framework and the visual principles behind it. The 3-2-1 frame and how your eye reads an outfit. If there were a quick trick to look taller and sleeker in under a minute, this is it. 3-2-1. 3 verticals, 2 openings, 1 focal point. Not a rigid rule, just a handy key so you stay in charge of the clothes you already own. Start with the 3 verticals. Vertical #1, the placket button line. When the button placket lies straight and flat, the eye travels up and down, instantly slimming. Stand about 2 feet from the mirror. If the placket ripples or pulls diagonally, don't blame your body. That's your blouse telling you it's a bit stiff or snug. Loosen the top button, try a drapier fabric next time, or give the placket a quick steam so it reads as a clean vertical. Vertical #2, the open neckline. Open your neckline about an inch more than you usually do. Think soft V, short split neck, or a rounded mandarin. That tiny opening creates a light column from chin to collarbone. Your face brightens, your upper body feels lighter. It's subtle, and it works. Vertical #3, the drape down the body. If your blouse feels boxy, make a gentle off-center front tuck, just one corner into your waistband. That little diagonal invites the eye downward like a soft arrow. Or choose a blouse with a curved hem so the fabric glides instead of cutting straight across the tummy. Now the 2 openings. Opening #1, collarbone. You don't need a deep scoop. Just a small triangle of skin is enough to invite the light up to your face. If you prefer coverage, wear a delicate vertical pendant. Skip short, chunky chokers. They plant a hard horizontal line right where we don't want it. Opening #2, wrist. Push or roll your sleeves about an inch to the slimmest spot on your forearm. The whole top half of your body suddenly looks more agile. If sleeves slide down, add a tiny clear elastic or let a slim bracelet hold the scrunch. A small window, a big effect. And finally, 1 focal point. Just one so everything else can relax. Choose architectural sleeves, a soft draped neckline, or a statement button, pearl, brushed metal. Once you've picked your lead character, skip extra bows, ruffles, and lace. The eye wants one interesting place to land and plenty of quiet everywhere else. If you love a touch of shine, keep it to that small detail. Let the blouse fabric stay matte so skin looks smooth and calm. Your 45-second mirror routine. Step back 2 feet. Breathe. Open the neckline about an inch. Roll sleeves about an inch to the slimmest part of your forearm. Do a light off-center front tuck or smooth the fabric so it falls straight. Pick one focal point. Keep everything else simple. Check your 2 openings, collarbone and wrist. Just enough, not too much. Snap a quick 45-degree photo. That side view is honest. It will show any boxiness so you can tweak half a step more. The beauty of 3-2-1 is you don't need a new wardrobe. You just need a little attention. When you can breathe easier, your shoulders stop dragging down, and your eyes naturally lift to your face. You nailed it. From this foundation, we'll move into quick at-home checks and tiny fix-ups so getting dressed feels lighter, calmer, and more you every single day. At-home fitting room, 4 quick tests and 3 fast fixes. You don't need a fancy dressing room. Just a mirror, decent light, your phone for a quick pick, and 3 calm minutes. The goal is simple. See what your blouse is doing to your body, then adjust the blouse, not yourself. Before we start, stand tall, drop your shoulders, take a slow breath. Give the blouse a light shake so the fabric falls naturally. Now run these 4 bite-sized tests. Each takes under a minute. Test 1, light check. Stand under a ceiling light, then step over to a window. Watch the fabric surface. If the blouse is shiny and the light highlights seams, lining, or little ripples you don't want, make a mental note. Next time, go matte and drapey. Can't change right now. Soften things with a smooth, skin tone kami underneath and skip very shiny necklaces on the chest. They throw more light where you don't want it. Test 2, movement check. Reach both arms overhead, twist left-right, sit, then stand. Notice, does the blouse gather at the tummy or catch over the back hip? That usually means it's a touch short, stiff, or lacking drape. Give the fabric an exit ramp with an off-center front tuck. Slide one small corner of the front hem into your waistband so the fabric can fall vertically instead of bunching at the belly. For a longer-term fix, look for side slits about 1 to 2.5 inches or a softer, drapier fabric that moves with you. Test 3, horizontal line check. Find your widest point at the tummy/hip. If the hem cuts right across that spot, the eye stops there, instantly making you look shorter and wider. Quick fix. Lift the front hem a hair, a half tuck or that off-center tuck, to create a gentle diagonal or smooth the hem so it curves over the widest point. When shopping, aim for lengths that hit at the hip bone or just below, and a curved hem to soften that horizontal. Test 4, the 45-degree photo. Prop your phone on a book stack, set the timer, and snap a side-angle shot. The side view is brutally honest. If the blouse looks boxy or volume is pooling at the midsection/hip, add drape. Loosen the hem, deepen your off-center tuck slightly, or let the back hem drop so a vertical line appears. Take a quick after photo, your eye will see the difference. Done with the tests. Great. Now 3 fast fixes, small moves, big payoff. Fix 1, off-center front tuck. Choose one front corner and tuck it about 1.5 inches. Leave the rest to fall softly. That subtle diagonal draws the eye down your frame and breaks up a harsh horizontal. Works beautifully with straight-leg trousers or a pencil skirt. Instant vertical line, zero fuss. Fix 2, controlled sleeve scrunch. Push sleeves up to the slimmest spot on your forearm, usually 1-2 inches above the wrist. If they slide, use a tiny clear elastic or let a slim bracelet hold the ruching, then pull the cuff down just enough to hide the elastic. Aim for neat, not puffy. That little wrist window makes your whole top half feel lighter and more alive. Fix 3, 1 button release plus neckline tape. Neckline too tight. Open the top button so your collarbones can breathe and the eye travels up to your face. Keep the neckline flat with a sliver of double-sided fashion tape along the inside edge. No fashion tape. Medical tape works in a pinch. The result: An open, tidy neckline that doesn't shift when you sit, bend, or turn. Here's your 3-minute routine in one pass. Light right arrow movement, right arrow horizontal line, right arrow 45 degrees photo. Then off-center tuck right arrow controlled scrunch, right arrow 1-button release with tape. Step back about 2 feet and look at the whole picture. If you can breathe easier, your shoulders feel lighter, your midsection isn't highlighted, and your eyes naturally lift to your face, you nailed it. A viewer wrote me after trying this. For the first time, I didn't blame my body. I changed the blouse first, and suddenly I felt kinder to myself. That sums up the spirit here. We're redesigning how we wear our clothes so the mirror tells a kinder story. With this tiny habit, you'll feel more confident choosing fabrics, setting lengths, and deciding what earns a hanger in your closet. Because now, the control is right back in your hands. Fabric lab and smart, subtle tailoring. Drape is the music of fabric. When it's in the right key, your body doesn't have to work. That's how I start every fabric try-on. A lot of women shy away from softer fabrics because they worry they'll show flaws. Truth is, what reveals things isn't softness, it's shine and stickiness. Shiny surfaces bounce light off every ripple, clingy fabric tattles on every move. So let's befriend matte and drapey, the fabrics that listen to your body. When you shop, try 3 quick tests. Crumple and release. Gently scrunch a corner, then let it go. If it springs back and falls into soft waves, that's good drape. Palm slide. Run your hand across the surface. The right fabric doesn't grab or build static. Too light, check. Look under store lighting and again near a window. If it reads like peach skin, soft, low reflection, that's a matte winner, especially kind to 50-60 plus skin. Reliable friends, viscose, modal, silk, crepe, and matte cotton blends. If you want stretch, keep spandex/lycra around 2-4%, enough give without hugging. Skip fabrics that are too thin, they can print the bra outline. Aim for medium weight with drape, like a beautiful curtain that skims instead of clings. Caring for fabric is caring for how you feel in it. Wash in a mesh bag on a gentle cycle, then lay flat or hang on a rounded hanger so the shoulders don't dent. Use a steamer or steam iron held off the surface and stroke down the grain to draw quiet vertical lines back into the blouse. Avoid a hot, dry iron straight on matte fabric. It can create unwanted shine. Once the fabric is right, a few tiny tailoring tweaks make the blouse sit just so. Soft darts at bust/waist. Think of them as suggestion lines, not a corset, just enough to hint at shape and avoid the tent effect. Side slits about 1.52. 5 inches let fabric glide when you sit so nothing piles at the tummy and add a whisper of movement. A curved hem softens a harsh horizontal. That little arc is incredibly forgiving over the widest point of the hip. For sloped shoulders, ask for a slim shoulder tape sewn along the shoulder seam. It props the line just a touch, no 80s pads here, so the neckline lies clean and the whole top looks alert. A quick story. A client brought in her favorite blouse. Every time I sit, it grabs my stomach. I keep tugging. We added a 2-inch side slit, shaped a gentle curved hem, and gave it a light vertical steam. A week later she messaged, "It doesn't grab anymore. I smiled through dinner." Sometimes the difference between fidgety and fabulous is 3 small stitches and a minute of steam. Love a little shimmer. Keep the light in small details, a pearl button, a brushed metal tab, and let the blouse body stay matte. The eye will pause at that tasteful sparkle and glide right past anything you'd rather not highlight. When the fabric is singing and the structure is refined, you breathe easier, your shoulders sit taller, and the mirror softens. That's the whole point. Clothes that work with you, not against you. Next up, we'll shape the neck shoulder sleeve architecture and put it together with the 1/3 2/3 proportion. With that framework, Getting dressed feels comfortable, modern, and effortlessly confident. Neck shoulder sleeve architecture and the 1/3-2/3 rule. If one tiny tweak could light up your face, set your shoulders back, and make your upper body feel lighter, would you try it? We'll do that by looking at 3 viewpoints: neck, shoulders, sleeves. We're not hiding anything, we're refining. Start with the neck. If your neck is on the shorter or fuller side, don't let a tight neckline weigh down the whole top half. Open it just enough with a soft, rounded V, a short split neck, or a rounded mandarin collar. Even about an inch more open than usual creates a little light column from chin to collarbone, and your face instantly looks brighter. Rounder face shape. Try slim drop earrings to pull the eye down gently, elegant without shouting. To keep that open neckline lying flat, unfasten the top button and add a sliver of double-sided fashion tape along the inner edge. It stays open, stays tidy, and doesn't pop when you sit or bend. Now shoulders. Sloped shoulders can make everything feel like it's sliding south. Give a quiet lift with a well-placed shoulder line and a very thin shoulder insert/tape. Think subtle support, not 80s pads. Skip high puff sleeves. They perch on the shoulder and exaggerate the slope. If your shoulders are broad, soften the width with a deeper crew/scoop or a rounded V. Avoid stiff stand collars and big puff sleeves that push volume outward. When shoulders are balanced, the neckline settles and your face looks instantly more awake, even before makeup. Then sleeves, small detail, big payoff. Remember the 3/8 idea. Short sleeves should end about 1-2 inches above the fullest part of the upper arm. Stop at the slimmest spot and the arm reads leaner. For long sleeves, choose a gentle taper and a soft cuff so your wrist has room to breathe. If you like pushing sleeves up, keep the ruching controlled, neat, not puffy. Fuller upper arms. Reach for flutter or angled sleeves. Their diagonal line glides past the bicep instead of cutting straight across it. Length and pairing, the 1/3-2/3 proportion. Let your blouse hit at the hip bone or roughly the lower 2/3 of your upper body. That builds a smooth vertical frame. Pair with straight leg trousers or a pencil skirt with a front or diagonal slit, so the eye has a clean path downward. If your hem is slicing right across the widest point, break the horizontal with a half tuck or off-center front tuck. Tuck one small front corner and let the rest fall. That tiny diagonal suddenly streamlines the whole look. Here's a quick mirror routine to lock it in. Open the neckline about an inch so the collarbones breathe. Check the shoulder line. If the top keeps slipping, ask a tailor to add a slim shoulder tape for a quiet lift. Set sleeves to the slimmest part of your forearm, or end short sleeves above the fullest spot. Adjust the hem to honor 1/3-2/3, and add a front corner tuck if a horizontal is cutting you off. Step back 2 feet and scan the whole picture. If you can breathe easier, your shoulders feel lighter, and your eyes naturally lift to your face, the architecture is doing its job, supporting you softly and elegantly. A client in her 60s told me, almost whispering, "My neck is short and my shoulders slope. I tried a soft V and a tiny shoulder lift, and my face just lit up. I didn't need to be smaller, I needed a little space." That's the heart of this section. We're not changing the woman, we're guiding the eye. If this neck-shoulder sleeve framework was helpful, I'd love a like. It tells me to keep making more of this for you. Now, let's build a 5-piece blouse capsule and share a few real client stories that show how these ideas play out in everyday life. A 5-blouse capsule, real client moments, and a warm wrap-up. Once your neck-shoulder sleeve architecture is set and the 1/3-2/3 proportion feels natural, The next thing that makes mornings easy is a lean, hard-working blouse capsule. You don't need a lot, you need the right 5. Think of these as your starting lineup for work, coffee, catch-ups, and cozy dinners. 1. Ivory matte, soft V-neck. This is your diplomat. On its own, with straight leg pants, it's polished. Add a light blazer and you're meeting ready. Unbutton one notch and push the sleeves an inch for an afternoon stroll. Ivory, not stark white, flatters skin and brightens the face without glare. 2. Dove gray, split neck, 3/4 sleeves. Modern and refined, perfect with silver or tiny pearls. The small split lets your collarbones breathe. The 3/4 sleeve lands at the slimmest part of your forearm, so you're not fussing with cuffs all day. Pair with dark denim for a right-now look. 3. Large-scale print on a deep ground. Give yourself one lead character day each week. A spacious, large-scale print reads elegant, not busy. The deep background keeps it grown up. When the blouse takes center stage, keep bottoms and jewelry quiet. Slim drop earrings are plenty. 4. Crepe tunic with side slits. This is your commute and meeting piece. Side slits, about 1. 5'2". 5 inches, let the fabric glide when you sit so nothing bunches at the tummy. Wear with straight-leg trousers, a low-pointed toe, and a slim belt, long, clean, comfortable lines. 5. Soft black with a rounded mandarin collar. For minimalist evenings or intimate plans, this blouse is the perfect backdrop so your face does the talking. If you want a hint of light, keep it tiny, brushed metal buttons or a slim bracelet, while the body of the blouse stays matte. 2 quick stories I love. Huong 56 brought in a sentimental blouse. It's special, but I feel drained when I wear it. We added 2 soft darts, curved the hem, and steamed it down the grain. A week later, I wore it to family dinner. Everyone said I looked rested and happy. Sometimes beauty is just returning a piece to your proportions. Lan 59 loves a touch of shine. My take: keep the light in the details, pearl buttons, then switch the body to matte crepe. Her note back: I'm still me, just more current. We don't erase taste, we place it where it flatters you most. To keep your capsule humming, try a 10-minute Sunday reset. Pull 5 blouses for the coming week and hang them in order. Do a quick check. Neckline open enough, sleeves ending at the slim spot, hem not cutting your widest point. Stand, sit, turn once to confirm the fabric slides with you. In the morning, you're dressing, not negotiating with the mirror. Tuck this tiny checklist into your phone notes. Open neckline ~3 inch, about 2 cm. Sleeve push-up ~1 inch, about 3 cm. Choose matte plus drape. Only one focal point. Step back 2 feet, breathe. 5 lines, that's calm and confidence on demand. If these ideas made your mirror feel a little kinder, come stay in the loop with me on Bold after 50. Tap subscribe so each week we can try one small tweak, one smart tailoring tip, and share one warm, real-life story, keeping your style after 50 modern, gracious, and unmistakably yours.